Janie Powell.
I saw this movie like 2 weeks ago, and the first 20 minutes, you rooted it in some kind of energy that made it possible for Michael Kidd to come in and do those kinds of dances. You had a spunkiness, you had, isn't she something?
I'll tell you, the movie would not have been anything without Michael Kidd. People have asked me what made the movie such a success, and I've always said it was Michael. If it hadn't have been for those dancers, it would have been just another movie. And if it had been some other choreographer, it would have been just another movie. And I'm just so grateful that he was there. I didn't know him, you know. I'm from the other side of the mountains in La La Land. And I didn't know any of the dancers, and I didn't know him. And I'm not sure he even knew that I danced because, well, I'll come on that in a minute, but he came over to me and he said, Jane, would you like to meet the brothers? And I said, well, of course, I'd love to meet the brothers. So I go over to Matt Maddox and I go over to,
Tommy Rawl.
Tommy Rawl and Brown.
Russ
and
Tamblyn.
Russ I knew. But then I came to Jacques D'Amboise.
Right.
And Jacques didn't say anything. And he never said anything through the whole movie. I said, oh, he only speaks French. The strangest part of it, I moved back here 25 years ago, and I met him on the street, and I found he had a Brooklyn accent. Through the whole
That's
movie.
why he didn't speak.
All of my life. I think he was only 19 years old, and I think that he was embarrassed, and of course he was just so wonderful. All of them are wonderful.
Well, in that number that we just saw, how it feels like such close interaction between you. How long did it take to put that number together?
Oh, no time at all. No time at all. That number they did set, but it was just kind of one of those, the song went along with it. It was just very easy to do.
Well, did you come in and had it already been staged and a stand-in?
I don't know. I really don't know whether it was or not, because it was only in one set, and there were just so many boxes you could stand on. And it had the simplification of it, I think, is what makes it so charming. And also the song with her teaching them.
Well, those guys are so rough and tumble and big, and you're so diminutive.
I'm getting shorter every year. I used to be 5'1½". I'm 4'11".
Get out. Is that what's going to happen?
I hope to, not to you.
Wow. But you measure up to them. Somehow you're just as strong as they are in your own way. And that fascinates me.
Well, I just kept thinking dirty thoughts.
How great. And two of the guys were contract players, right?
Yes.
Russ
and they really didn't dance, except Russ. Russ did dance.
Right, right. And
Jeff, what was his name, Jeff?
Oh, he was the handsome one who just did this.
Yeah, he could have danced.
Yeah.
Richard.
But, Richard?
Jeff Richard.
Yes, yes. And
Well,
he was a contract player. But he was tall, and of course they dyed everybody's hair red, so he fit in beautifully.
Right before this movie, you did Royal Wedding, right?
Was that before? I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it before?
Yeah, you with Fred Astaire, and I'm just in. How did you make the decision to do this particular project, or did someone make it for you?
Well, I never made a decision.
Isn't it perfect? Well, we learn. Wow.
Oh no, I never. If I wanted a yellow dress, I always got a blue dress. If I wanted a blue dress, I got a pink dress. No, they always told me, stay as sweet as you are and never change. And so, but I'm doing a little better now. I'm going to say no. But it took me a long time. But it was, I'll tell you, people always poo-pooed at the time the studio system. And maybe we did too. I didn't, because I felt like I was an employee. I was never an employer. And so I did what I was told, as I did with my parents. And I didn't see anything wrong with it. But the stories that you hear, like from a lot of the stars, I never really knew what they were talking about, because we were all so lucky to be there. They used to call MGM the sausage factory. Well, I'll bet they wish that there was a sausage factory today, because it doesn't exist.
And the commissary, I remember that, yeah. When you came off this movie, what did you have any idea that it was going to be another classic? You had just made a classic, Royal Wedding, and then there came this one. Did you have a sense of what was?
Oh, no, you never know if anything is going to be good. I mean, look at what Carol was talking about. Subways are for sleeping, with that wonderful group of people.
Right.
You know, there's
right.
no telling what's going to happen with anything. As a matter of fact, Jack Cummings was the producer of the movie, and he loved the film, and he loved to want to do it. But MGM had just bought Brigadoon from Broadway, and they were going to make that a starring vehicle, and they put a lot of money into Brigadoon, and they cut his picture about in half. So when you look at some of the scenes, they are very fake, because they wouldn't even allow us to go. We never went on location. Everything was done on the set and done in the studio, and so it was I'd say the budget was probably cut in half. And but I'm happy to say that ours went to Radio City Music Hall, and Brigadoon didn't.